notice of 2014, which was filed in the city clerk's office and posted on the bulletin board on December 27, 2013, sent to the Star Ledger and the Home News Tribune, all in compliance with provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Here.
Councilman Questa.
Here.
Councilman Torres.
Here.
Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Ballman. Councilman Mazza.
Here.
President Corcoran.
Here, 6 members present. We have a quorum. I'm asking you to please rise and Councilman Carlos Torres to lead us in a prayer and pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Almighty God, as we legislate for our community, may a strong sense of justice and fair play permeate all that we do. Above all, may we seek out your holy will. Give us the strength to follow it, regardless of all human consideration. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recognize the presence of Councilman Nelson Gonzalez and Councilman William Golden Jr. Open up the public speaking. Is there anyone from the audience wishing to address City Council? Anyone in the audience wishing to address City Council public speaking? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. We're going to move on to public hearings.
Ordinance number 4552. Authorize the adoption of a supplemental bond ordinance in the amount of $1 million for the reconstruction of the firehouse for Engine Company number 6, 472 Catherine Street.
Heard reading of ordinance number 4522. Is there anyone from the audience wishing to address City Council on ordinance number 4522? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
Ordinance number 4523, amend chapter 10.28.40 of the Code of the City of Elizabeth entitled Schedule 2, No Parking Certain Hours, specifically to add the south side of Virginia Street between Madison Avenue and Jefferson Avenue from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and remove the no parking for street cleaning sign.
Heard reading of ordinance number 4523. Anyone from the audience wishing to address City Council on ordinance number 4523? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
Ordinance number 4524, rescind ordinance number 4514, adopted November 12, 2014, which authorized the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Stuart Robles, 426 South 5th Street.
Heard reading of ordinance 4524. Anyone from the audience wishing to address City Council on ordinance 4524? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
Ordinance number 4525, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Cheryl D. Thorpe, 459 Franklin Street.
Heard a reading of ordinance number 4525. Anyone from the audience wishing to address City Council on ordinance number 4525? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. With the consent of my colleagues, we will dispense with reading of petitions and communications and reports of city officers. Moving on to ordinances on first reading. We have none on the agenda tonight, so we'll move on to ordinances on final passage.
Ordinance number 4522, authorize the adoption of a supplemental bond ordinance in the amount of $1 million for the reconstruction of the firehouse for Engine Company number 6, 472 Catherine Street.
Heard reading of ordinance number 4522. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for vote, Mr. President.
Said moved and seconded. I want to recognize Councilman Carlos Sedano who's joined us. It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Councilman Bowman, you want to make a comment on this?
No.
Oh, firehouse. I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. President, thank you. Mr. President, as you know, people in that area, residents in that area, have been waiting patiently, and we have been fighting for a few years now to erect a brand new firehouse in this area. And it's one thing that has been dear to my heart, and I know they're just so ecstatic that we were moving forward to place this on our agenda and get approved and hopefully building this summer. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Councilman Bowman. Anyone else? I know you've done a great job on this, and hopefully after tonight we have $1 million to work on this, and hopefully the firehouse firehouse will be built and served for those people in that area. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Aye. Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Corrigan.
Aye, ordinance passes on final.
Ordinance number 4523, amend chapter 10.28.40 of the Code of the City of Elizabeth entitled Schedule 2, No Parking Certain Hours, specifically to add the south side of Virginia Street between Madison Avenue and Jefferson Avenue from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and to remove the no parking for street cleaning sign.
Heard reading of ordinance number 4523, what is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Any comments?
Yes, Mr. President, thank you.
Councilman?
Yeah, I have to tell you, you was there with me, and you witnessed the chaos that, the way this was set up before, it caused a problem. I'm pretty sure, not that you won't be able to please everybody, but I'm pretty sure by passing this ordinance, with no parking from 8 to 5, that should be able to help everyone in that area. You know, we got to move forward. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else?
What is this doing, Mr. President?
We're making no parking on one side of the street from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There was a loading zone there before, but it didn't work.
We remove the load zone. Okay?
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Corrigan.
Aye. Nine ayes, ordinance passes on final.
Ordinance number 4524, rescind ordinance number 4514 adopted November 12, 2014, which authorized the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Stuart Robles, 426 South 5th Street.
Heard a reading of ordinance number 4524, what is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Corrigan.
Aye, ordinance passes on final.
Ordinance number 4525, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Cheryl D. Thorpe, 459 Franklin Street.
Heard a reading of ordinance number 4525, what is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Corrigan.
Aye, ordinance passes on final. We're going to move on to new business.
Introduce and approve the Greater Elizabeth Tourism Improvement District fiscal year 2015 budget in the amount of $849,572.65.
Heard reading of the resolution, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Corrigan.
Aye, the resolution passes. Public hearing and further consideration for this resolution will be held Tuesday evening, January 13, 2015. At this time, we're going to move on to new business. Can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
So,
Moved by Councilman Questa, seconded by Councilwoman Patricia Perkins Dusting. Roll call on the suspension.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa. Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan?
Aye.
Councilman Sedan?
Aye.
Councilman Ballmer?
Aye.
Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye. Let's read the resolution.
Letters dated December 9, 2014, from the Director of Planning and Community Development, requesting authorization for the proper city officials to apply, accept, and sign all appropriate documents for the 2014 Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, which has enabled tax preparation services to be provided to thousands of residents free of charge.
Heard a reading of the resolution, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded, any comments? Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballmer.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye, resolution passes.
Authorizing amendment to the fiscal year 2015 budget to insert as an item of revenue a U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development HOPWA grant in the amount of $1,167,590. In compliance with State Fiscal Year 2015 Appropriations Act, City Council is requested to approve all payments related to accumulated uncompensated absence benefits. Confirm the appointment of Mrs. Mary C. Murphy, Elizabeth, to serve as Deputy Municipal Clerk for a term of 5 years effective January 1, 2015. Authorize the award of contract to Hertridge Fleet Services, Inc., Milford, Delaware, for the purchase of two 2015 Ford Fusion sedans as replacement vehicles for the police department at a total cost of $36,690. Authorize the award of contract to Edmonds and Associates, Inc., Northfield, New Jersey, for software and hardware support, annual software maintenance for the Department of Finance, Purchasing, and Revenue for the period January 1, 2015 through December 31, 2015 in the amount of $33,285. Authorize the award of contract to National Terminal, Inc., Newark, New Jersey, for the purchase of diesel fuel for the Public Works Marina for the period November 1, 2014 through October 31st, 2015, at a cost not to exceed $150,000. Authorize and honor the mayor to execute the settlement agreement and delinquent tax payment plan agreement pursuant to NJSA 545-19, together with any other documents necessary for settlement between the City of Elizabeth and 107 First Street Urban Renewal and Merman Investors Urban Renewal Corporation.
Heard a reading of the resolution, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded, any comments? I just have one comment, and that is regarding our Deputy Municipal Clerk. She's done a great job here in the City of Elizabeth for many years, and I know we all love her, and we're going to be supporting her new term for another 5 years. Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Aye. Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye, all resolutions passed.
Authorize proper city officials to execute an agreement for community development block grant funding for CD 40 year 2014 with nonprofit agencies listed on Schedule A on file in the city clerk's office for the period July 1, 2014 to June 30, 2015 in the total allocation amount of $2,274,538 awarded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Authorize proper city officials to execute an agreement for emergency solutions grant funding for CD 40 year 2014 with nonprofit agencies listed on Schedule A on file in the city clerk's office in the total allocation amount of $168,692 awarded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Amend the resolution adopted April 16, 2013, authorizing the award of contract to Prestige Environmental, Inc. to provide licensed site remediation professional services for the Midtown redevelopment area, specifically to extend the term of the contract until December 31st, 2015. Authorize proper city officials to execute an urban enterprise zone contract amendment extension for the Urban Enterprise Zone Marketing Plan 2011 until December 31st, 2015 to allow for proper completion of the marketing plan. Establish liens for the boarding up of properties listed on Schedule A on file in the city clerk's office in the total amount of $1,860.49 and $1,741.23. Establish handicap parking space in front of the premises located at 23 Florida Street. Pursuant to NJSA 4056-84, City Council is requested to approve the proposed 2015 budget plan as submitted by the Elizabeth Destination Marketing Organization, the management corporation for the Greater Elizabeth Tourism Improvement District. Pay utility bills.
Heard reading of the resolutions, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution to adopt, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Gollman. Councilman Mazza. President Grohl.
Aye, all resolutions passed. Commendations. We have a commendation for Bishop Betson Leak, newly appointed pastor of Mount Calvary New Life Family Center, and Altamise Mama B. Williams for her dedicated service to all of the youth of the Elizabeth Port. Anyone else have any other commendations? I have one more. We have a member of our body who is going to be leaving us at the end of the year. And Joe, you've been a phenomenal councilman representing the 3rd Ward for the last 8 years, and we're going to miss you here. And we thank you for your service to the community, service to the citizens of Elizabeth. I know that other members of council probably want to say a few words, so I'm going to open the floor. If any other member of council wishes to have a conversation and commend our colleague as he departs us.
Yeah, Mr. President,
Councilman
I'd
Gollman.
like to make a comment, some of the things that you just said also. I truly admire Councilman Keenan. Not only has he a good person, a married man, dedicated, committed, and he's loyal, and he's friendly, and he just gets the job done. And good listen. And Joe, I want to wish you well. Don't move out of Elizabeth. Don't move out of Elizabeth. And don't change his telephone. Maybe I want to call you with advice. He is truly a trooper. And I'm pretty sure we need other people that come on city council, that real trooper, and get the job done. Thank you, Joe. God bless you.
Anyone else?
Mr. President,
Councilman Sedan.
I simply want to say, Joe, we're going to miss you, and it's been a pleasure being on this city council with you. One of the major things that I want to simply highlight is the fact that I love, through our discussions and through everything, your perspective. You always brought a different angle on issues, and I really appreciate that. You know, the wisdom that you've developed throughout the years from all your experiences were well used here in City Council. So you'll be missed, and how Bill said, hopefully, you don't change the number. So thank you so much for dedicating those 8 years. And one of the major things too is I always tell people in public that no matter where you stand politically, whenever there's an elected official, the years of service that are dedicated, so many times we will see the sacrifices that are made behind the scenes. So it's always important to acknowledge and honor those that are there in the elected positions. So thank you, John.
Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, thank you.
Councilman Questa, thank you. I was saying my remarks for our last meeting with Joe, but since he opened the door, I want to compliment him for his years of service. For me, it really has been a pleasure working with him. And Councilman Sedan reminded me of something that I wanted to say. Joe has brought to us that new perspective, as he said, and I will miss his intellectual important to us, especially when we're discussing, really serious issues. And I had the opportunity to work closely with him because he also was my councilman. So of course, we will miss you, and I know that you will be around. And on a personal note, something that most members of the city council may not know, but I had the opportunity to work with Joe with the Director of the Library as a member of the Board of Trustees. So my relationship with Joe goes back many years, and I definitely will miss his presence in the city council. Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, Councilman Keenan, it certainly has been a pleasure to work with you these last 8 years. Particularly, I miss you. We came on board together. We started out, it was a tough fight at the very beginning with our elections and having a special election to get on board, and we were able to get past that. But since you've been on council also, as my colleagues have mentioned, you have enlightened us quite a bit and shared, your ability to do analysis and your past experience as a library director, I think really enlightened us a great deal. It's been a pleasure to work with you. I wish the best for you and your family and your future endeavors. And we'll be in touch, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Anyone else?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Well, Joe, I hope you don't hold this against me, for tapping you a little over 8 years ago.
That's right.
As I heard of your retirement from the library, which you have done an excellent job as a library director here in the city of Elizabeth, I said, please, won't you join me on the city council? And you did. And you were, you brought a different perspective. You're an independent thinker, and that's what I like about you. You came aboard and you did your thing, and you did it your way, and you made your mark. Okay, and I thank you for heeding to the call of joining us.
Thank you.
Tell Mona, thank you.
I will.
Because it was a family decision.
Yes, Lord.
And please tell Mona to thank you, and I'll be seeing you.
Absolutely.
Take care, God bless.
Anyone else? Councilman Torres.
Yes, Mr. President. As the newest member of City Council, I had the pleasure of working with you for the last 2 years. You truly inspired others, especially me. When the councilman couldn't give me the answer, I always went to you. But I just want to say thank you. And, thank you for your service, and good luck.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, I guess I'm the last one.
You're not the least one, though.
Absolutely. I echo every word from every councilman. Just put them in a big suitcase, Joe. I remember you when you were the director. We were always in touch. I used to come in all the time in your library almost on a weekly basis, and we got volunteers from the school to come and help you out and vice versa. Also, as a councilman, you kept in touch via email, by phone with me in a different time. We did have different issues and a different direction, but we always had a friend, and we worked for the betterment of our city. We're gonna miss you, and you're part of history. That's what counted. We wish you well.
Thank you.
I just wanted to also thank, like the councilwoman said, thank your wife Mona and your kids for allowing you to serve the community of Elizabeth, because it is tough, as Councilman Sedan said, it is tough when we're in public life. The amount of hours that we put into this, sometimes people at home don't realize the hours that we are taking away from our families. So on behalf of myself and my wife, I want to congratulate you. Enjoy your retirement. Don't be a stranger. And I think we owe you a round of applause. Now you got the floor.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you very much. It's been an honor serving. And the thing is that I've known many of you many years. Manny and I met in 1991. I think I met Councilwoman in 1991 as well, and probably others. But the thing is that for me, having been a library director for so many years, having retired from that position, and my wife and I making the decision to stay in Elizabeth, this seemed like a natural thing to do. And Councilwoman is quite correct. For a year or two before I ran, she had said to me, "Joe, you should consider running."
And so she was very, very helpful in that regard, and I want to thank her for that. But the model of us working in another field, Frank Cuesta, Board of Education, in Bill and the county, and so on. I think it's a good model. And Kevin Kinnear, who's coming as the third ward councilman, has spent his career as Elizabeth, a policeman, and he's advanced through the ranks of the police department. So I think that's a wonderful model as a way to serve. And it's been my pleasure. There have been times we've had difficulties, but we've gotten through those. And I just want to thank you again and wish all of you a great Christmas season. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, any other commendations? All right, we have one memorial on our agenda, which is Manuel Antonio Lopes, brother of Inspector Jamie Lopes from the Housing Division. Also, just learned the memorial for Leonardo Sieg, who is the father of Yvette from the Leonardo Jewelers. Any other memorials? I'm asking you all to please rise for a moment of silence. Motion to adjourn.